Hey everyone, it's BigSmoons with a Platinum Review, where I talk about the games that I have the Platinum Trophy or 100% on and what it took to get there. I also review the games based on the amount of fun I had. Really quick before we dive in, the BigSmoons Platinum fundraiser is still ongoing. Click the link in the description to read more about Teen Line, and if it sounds like a good cause to you, donate some money or share the link with others. I've been streaming a variety of things on Twitch. Now, into the review. Does this game make you really feel like Spider-Man? How does one of Marvel's most beloved heroes fare on the PlayStation 4? Time to find out. Let's get started. Marvel's Spider-Man was developed by Insomniac and released in 2018. The game features a veteran Spider-Man well into his career as the web-slinging crime fighter. Anyone familiar with the character will already know the major origin story beats. He was bit by a radioactive spider and got powers. Sometime after, his Uncle Ben died. That's all the backstory you need to start swinging through New York City. Before you can dive headfirst into New York, you have to take down the big baddie, the Kingpin himself, Wilson Fisk. You swing straight into action and take over Fisk's tower. Taking him down creates a power vacuum, and our villains of this game step in, the Demons, headed by Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative, while not that cool in delivery, is very unique in design. In fact, if you pause a scene that he's in and enter photo mode, you can reverse his negative coloring to see what he looks like. The best part of the plot of the game takes the form of the Sinister Six. This group of bad guys has taken many forms over the comic book lifespan of Spider-Man. Here, you get to face them all in a glorious fashion. Sometimes you face them one-on-one, and other times they'll come at you in a group. These exciting battles are tense, and will put our heroes' combat and traversal skills to the test. There are some cool story parts outside of the Sinister Six fights, such as a train fight, a fight on top of a transport truck, and a Halloween party.
Love seeing you two together again. You always were my favorite.
Speaking of combat and traversal, let's talk about the star of this game, and that is the gameplay. Swinging through New York City is some of the most fun I've had moving across a large map in years. Games like Grand Theft Auto, Skyrim, or The Witcher 3 have these huge worlds, and traversing them can be tedious without the use of fast travel. Using fast travel here, however, feels more boring than just zipping across the city. The combat takes a lot of inspiration from the Arkham series in the best ways, while incorporating web slinging and power moves. There's an upgrade tree that makes combat even more fun and varied. You'll be able to yank weapons out of enemies' hands and throw rockets back at them. You can swing around battlefields, hide on walls and ceilings, whip over to enemies and pick them off one by one. There are a plethora of things to do and collect across the city. You'll take down bases, other crime networks, and challenges. You'll collect book bags and pigeons. Crimes in progress will pop up while you swing between objectives, and you can stop and take them out as well. Side quests will have you doing a variety of tasks, from finding locations around the city to save infected people, to taking photos of landmarks. I had to dedicate an entire segment to one of the coolest things about the game for me, the suits. Spider-Man has a long comic book history, and over the course of that, he's worn a lot of costumes. You can upgrade and swap out suits anytime you want. This will change your appearance in cutscenes as well. My favorite suit is the comic book suit. I love the juxtaposition between the realistic looking characters and bosses with the cartoony look of our hero. I give Marvel's Spider-Man a 9 out of 10 for fun. The game has a lot to offer in terms of combat, traversal, and exploration. Finding fun and interesting ways to travel across the city is always a blast. However, there are parts of the story that grinds to a crawl. You'll play as Mary Jane and Miles Morales. They do not have any special powers and slowly sneak their way through areas. You want to rush through these areas to get back to being Spider-Man, but then you rush too fast and get caught and have to start all over.
Fine, Parker. I invented this equipment. I think I can handle it.
Let's talk trophies. There are 51 trophies in the base game. Surprisingly, there are only 8 trophies for completing the game. All the others come from side things and miscellaneous tasks. There are 9 districts throughout the city, and you have to get all of them to 100% for one trophy. On the path to do this, you will unlock most of the other trophies. This will require you to find all the backpacks, which will net you 2 trophies. Complete all the side quests for a few more trophies. Track down Black Cat and Taskmaster for another group of trophies. Taskmasters set up challenges and you need to get at least a silver ranking in each category. Take down all the enemy bases for a trophy for each group. On one of them, you need to complete all the side objectives. Complete all the research lab stuff, including Otto's lab side tasks. Upgrade your character and gadgets all the way, and purchase all of the suits. Most of the others will come naturally from combat encounters and swinging around the city. There are a couple that may not. You have to use fast travel a few times, greet some people around the city, do some aerial tricks, visit Uncle Ben's grave, and use trip mines to smack 2 enemies together a few times. Marvel's Spider-Man is a game that opens up more and more as you complete story missions. There's always something new to collect or complete. Traveling around the city is a lot of fun, and the map makes locating collectibles very easy. Getting to 100% completion will not take an insane amount of time, and flows naturally if you do tasks as you go. Because of that, I recommend you get that platinum.
I'm too far north. I need to head south.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends, BigSmoons has another video out. Don't forget to check out the fundraiser by following the link in the description. Let me know if there's a game you'd like to see next. And as always, be good to yourself.